Good day, spiritual beings from Celestial Medium. What if the most powerful technology of the ancient world wasn't a machine, but a symbol? What if one glyph etched on temple walls, grasped by the hands of gods, held the secret to eternal life, energetic healing, and the alchemy of the soul? This is the story of the Ankh, the key of life and the ancient blueprint for spiritual transmutation. Join us as we travel through time and explore this sacred symbol. The sands of Egypt hold many secrets, but few are as enduring or as enigmatic as the Ankh. To the modern eye, it's a beautiful and familiar shape, elegant, simple, iconic. But to the ancients, the Ankh was far more than a design. It was alive, carved into the walls of temples, held in the hands of gods, placed in tombs and worn by priestesses. The Ankh symbol was omnipresent in Egypt, but this was not mere decoration. It wasn't used for aesthetic. It was sacred. It was functional. The word Ankh means life, but not just biological life, a much deeper essence, conscious, eternal, cosmic life. The Ankh represented the divine spark within all beings, the bridge between mortal and immortal, between the seen and unseen worlds. In countless temple scenes, gods such as Ra, Isis, and Thoth are shown offering the Ankh to pharaohs, not as a gift, but as a transmission. Held to the mouth or nose, it signified the breath of life, the ancient Egyptian equivalent of prana, chi, or ruach, the vital energy that animates the soul. But here's where the mystery deepens. If this symbol represented life force, could it also have been used to channel that force? Was it a kind of spiritual technology handed down from a higher civilization, Atlantean, extraterrestrial, or divine? Ancient records speak of tools made from electrum, crystals charged by sunlight, and symbols that vibrated with energy. What if the Ankh was among them? A device capable of activating the subtle body, enhancing vitality, or opening portals to higher states of awareness? It is said that the gods walked among the Egyptians, not as myths, but as initiators. And the Ankh clutched in their hand may have been the key they used to unlock the gates of eternal life. The Ankh is a composite glyph. Each part of its form encodes cosmic meaning. The loop represents the eternal soul, the divine feminine, or the womb, the source of all creation. The vertical stem is the path of spirit descending into form, the masculine principle, divine will. The horizontal arms form the cross of matter, man, the earthly plane, the four directions, the realm of duality. Together, they form a perfect integration. Spirit descending into matter, then ascending again into unity. In other words, the path of the soul. It symbolizes oneness, the union of the male and female aspects that lie within each of us, and the realization of our unity with the Creator. Thus, the two become the one. The Ankh is a cosmic diagram, a symbol of divine union between heaven and earth, masculine and feminine, mortality and eternity. Ancient symbols often encode more than spiritual teachings. They also reflect the mathematics of the universe, sacred geometry, proportions of beauty, and the patterns of life itself. The Ankh is no exception. Its elegant form isn't just symbolic, it may be rooted in the golden ratio. Also known as phi, approximately 1.618. It is the divine proportion that underlies the structure of galaxies, flowers, seashells, and even the human body. When analyzed geometrically, the dimensions of the relationship between the loop and the cross closely mirror phi at 61.8%. Used in the construction of the Great Pyramid and other Egyptian art, this proportion was not arbitrary. It was a sacred principle, a key to balance, harmony, and divine architecture. At first glance, the Ankh appears simple, but beneath its graceful shape lies a multi-dimensional wisdom, connecting ancient Egyptian, Hermetic, and mystical traditions. Let's dive into the stem, the long vertical line that forms the foundation of the Ankh. This is more than a design element. It represents the spine, the central channel through which energy flows in the human body. In Eastern traditions, the rise of Kundalini energy activates spiritual awakening. The path of the rising Kundalini is known as Sushumna. The Kundalini is the serpent-like energy, lying dormant at the base of the spine until it is awakened through spiritual practice, breathwork, or divine grace. When awakened, Kundalini energy rises through the spinal column, piercing the chakras, illuminating the body, and ultimately reaching the crown, leading to states of heightened awareness, spiritual transformation, and even enlightenment. As this serpent-like force rises, it pierces each chakra, bringing light and transformation. In Western esotericism, particularly in the Hermetic Kabbalah, this same energetic path is mapped as the middle pillar of the tree of life. It begins in Malkuth, the base, representing the physical world. It rises through Yesod, the subconscious and lunar forces, through Tifereth, the heart and radiant soul, into Kether, the crown, pure divine consciousness. This central pillar mirrors the stem of the Ankh. It is the axis mundi, the world tree, the path the initiate climbs to reunite with the divine. The Egyptians, with their advanced knowledge of the body and spirit, would have understood this profound truth, seeing the spine as a divine conduit, a biological instrument capable of receiving and transmitting cosmic energies. The Ankh's design emphasizes this central channel. The vertical line is straight and unwavering, representing the ideal state of this energetic pathway, clear, aligned, and unobstructed. Any deviation or blockage in this channel would lead to physical illness, mental confusion, and spiritual disconnection. The health of the spine was paramount to the health of the entire person. Many believe it assists in balancing polarity, merging the masculine and feminine energies, and guiding the soul through ascension. In this sense, the Ankh isn't just the key of life. It's the key to awakened life. In Egyptian cosmology, the soul is composed of multiple parts: the Ka, vital essence; the Ba, individual soul; the Akh, transfigured spirit; and others. These echo the Sephiroth in the Tree of Life, each representing a layer of reality, a frequency of being. To the initiate, the Ankh and the tree are not separate teachings. They are parallel expressions of the same universal truth, that within each human is the capacity to rise from density to light, from ego to essence, from mortality to divinity, just as the Tree of Life is meant to be climbed, one sephira at a time. The Ankh is meant to be embodied, its energy integrated, its wisdom awakened. This isn't just a symbol you study, it's a portal you walk through. In esoteric circles, some believe it functioned as a type of energetic tool, used by initiates and priests for healing, energy transfer, and even altering states of consciousness. Consider this. The Ankh resembles the shape of a tuning fork, which modern science shows can alter vibration. It is held close to energy centers in temple reliefs, possibly activating chakras or nadis. Some mystics claim that meditating upon or visualizing the Ankh at the heart center can awaken dormant energies in the body. The ancient Egyptian priests had developed practices like specific postures, breathing techniques, and meditations, all aimed at purifying and straightening the inner pillar, symbolized by the stem of this powerful symbol. They knew that to connect with the gods, one must first build a stable and powerful connection within oneself. The horizontal bar of the Ankh, representing the arms and the material world, intersects the spine at a crucial point. This intersection symbolizes the integration of our spiritual potential with our physical actions. It is not enough to simply have an open channel to the heavens. That energy must be grounded and expressed in the world. This is the point of balance, where spirit becomes matter and intention becomes action. The Ankh teaches that true power comes from uniting our inner, vertical connection to the divine with our outer horizontal engagement with life. One without the other is incomplete and ineffective. Therefore, the Ankh is a model for the perfected human. It shows a being who is perfectly aligned, standing as a bridge between the spiritual and material realms. Their spine is a clear conduit for divine energy, and their actions in the world are a perfect expression of that divine will. This is the state of being the pharaoh was meant to embody. He was the living Ankh, the central axis around which the entire civilization turned. The symbol was a constant reminder of this ideal, a blueprint for achieving a state of conscious connection with the fundamental forces of the universe. You're not just looking at a symbol, but a spiritual antenna, a key to remembering who you truly are, an eternal being, undergoing a journey through form, seeking to return to the light. The Ankh reminds us that life is not limited to the physical. It is eternal, cyclical, and divine. It is a journey of alchemy, transmuting fear into love, ego into soul, death into rebirth. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Please remember to like and subscribe for more ancient wisdom. Namaste.